Tired? Florian Wirtz? How's the Premier League treating you so far? Is it anything like what you heard before you came here? I bet it's completely different. In Germany, you were the center of everything, every pass found you. And every attack started from your feet. When the ball reached you, time seemed to slow down just enough for you to decide, turn, chip, or thread a pass. But here, the moment you touch the ball, someone's already breathing down your neck. The instant you look up, shouts come crashing from all directions. There's no space like at the Bay Arena anymore, only tackles and the heavy breathing of a league that doesn't let anyone stop to breathe. The Premier League isn't a place to dance. It's a place to survive before you can even think of flying. I remember Slot once joked, "After you cramped up, welcome to England." Sounds funny, but it's true. No one here cares that you used to be a prodigy, or how many assists you had at Leverkusen. They only care about what you do today. Did you run enough? Did you fight enough? At Leverkusen, every pass revolved around you. At Liverpool, there are matches where you barely touch the ball 30 times. You have to find your own rhythm inside a team still trying to rediscover itself. The Premier League feels alien to every player from the continent, not because of tactics, but because of sensation. Here, they play with their heartbeat. Every tackle sounds like metal scraping. Every shot carries the weight of an entire league behind it. You'll have to learn to take the hits, to get back up, to breathe amid the chaos others have known since childhood. I know that feeling, that sudden loss of freedom. At Leverkusen, you were allowed to make mistakes. At Liverpool, you had to earn the right to create. No one will hand you a place. You have to make people believe that as long as the ball is at Florian Wirtz's feet, everything will be fine. That belief won't come in a few games, it'll cost sweat, time, maybe a whole season, so don't lose heart. Just look around, everyone's been through a phase like that. Salah was once pushed out of Chelsea. Kevin De Bruyne too. Rodri spent half a year just trying to understand how Manchester City worked. Everyone's been compared, criticized, doubted. But those words, they'll fade away. What truly matters is how you respond. So go ahead, be tired, stumble, let your legs give out after 90 minutes. Let this harshness slowly strip away that polished shell around you. When it's gone, what remains will be the real Florian Wirtz, not the prodigy. Not the £100 million signing, but the 20-year-old kid who still feels joy when he dribbles past someone. I think that's still there, isn't it, Florian? Everyone feels a bit of regret sometimes. Not the kind that makes you want to go back, but that hollow feeling between two worlds. You've left the place that knew you best, only to find yourself lost in unfamiliar ground. There are nights, after matches, when you lie in that hotel room, legs aching, with the echo of Anfield's roar still ringing in your head. At Leverkusen, whenever you misplaced a pass, Alonso would just smile and say, "Keep playing." Here in England, lose the ball once and the headlines are waiting the next morning. The Premier League moves too fast for anyone to wait around. Sometimes you must miss that feeling of freedom, when the ball always found your feet and the crowd roared every time you dribbled past someone. Now it's different. You have to run more, wait longer, absorb tougher tackles. There's little room for those soft touches, but no room for regret either. If you wanted comfort, you'd have stayed in Leverkusen. You knew England doesn't give chances. Every yard of grass, every touch, has to be earned. What welcomed you here wasn't fireworks, but cold wind, collisions, and skeptical stares. And yet, that's what makes this journey worth living. You're learning to stand tall under the weight of being the Premier League's most expensive newcomer. You once played in calm, now you live under a harsher, brighter light. That light doesn't change who you are. It just reveals whether you have the strength to endure it. Maybe you've never felt anything like this before, the feeling of becoming a symbol for an entire generation. Every touch you take carries millions of eyes, waiting to see if you're worth the price. Every mistake, every misplaced pass turns into a conversation. But I believe you understand now, being worth it isn't about money. It's a debt to people's belief in you, to the dream you've chased since you were a kid. You once said you wanted to leave your comfort zone, to experience something new. Well, here you are, in the Premier League, where everything is real. Every tackle leaves a bruise. Every shot carries a season's weight. You have to withstand this pace, adapt, and then make it your own. This struggle, it's nothing new, is it? You've fallen harder before. Remember that ligament injury back in 2022? The whole of Germany went silent watching you lie on the pitch, clutching your knee. People said your career might be over. A year later, you came back even better, playing as if there had never been a single crack in your body. Compared to that, a few rough matches in England are nothing, just a bit of fatigue. A bit of cold. The Premier League is simply testing whether you're truly as strong as they say. Don't soften up. Florian Wirtz. The Premier League only scares those who've never bled before. You're different. You know what it's like to fall and stand up again. You once waited hundreds of days just to feel the ball at your feet again. So if anyone doubts you, let them. One day, in the rain at Anfield, when you turn and thread that perfect pass, the stands will erupt. They'll remember why they once called you the boy unafraid of the dark. These struggles? They're nothing compared to what you've already survived. We know that. You know that. You have talent. Florian, you don't need anyone to tell you. Or the papers to remind you. It's in the way you touch the ball. The way you turn so sharply your opponent loses balance. The half-beat pause that freezes the whole pitch. That's not something you can be taught, it's something you were born with. Your legs might still be learning the rhythm of the Premier League. But your mind is already 2 steps ahead. You have talent, but talent can be lonely. In Germany, everyone knew you were special. They waited eagerly to see what you'd do next. In England, they're not curious, they're demanding. They don't see you as a young player, but as an expensive asset that must deliver. And when people demand, they don't wait. But that won't change who you are. Deep down, you're still that kid who plays football for joy, not duty. Don't forget that. Florian Wirtz. Don't let the numbers or the criticism make you forget why you started in the first place. At Leverkusen, you once made an entire team move to the rhythm of your feet. Now at Liverpool, that smile might have faded for a while, but it'll come back. It always does, once you start feeling the game in your own way again. Talent doesn't vanish, it just goes quiet when someone is enduring. And you've endured far worse. A whole year spent on the sidelines, watching your teammates play, hearing people say, Florian Wirtz will never be the same again. Yet you came back as if nothing had ever happened, made every prediction look foolish. We know you can do it again. You just need time. That gift is still there, in every touch. Every frown when you scan for space. Every feint that makes the crowd hold its breath. You have talent, and you know it. Now it's just time to remind the world. You're beginning to show it already. Florian Wirtz isn't about loud explosions, he's about subtle football. The kind you only notice if you really pay attention. A spin out of pressure. A feather-light pass that makes the stands gasp. At Liverpool, you're slowly finding your rhythm again, that calm, unhurried tempo that somehow still tears defenses open with a single touch. And your teammates? Yeah, sometimes it's frustrating. A pass laid perfectly ends in a shot at the keeper. A chance wasted by a bad decision. It must drive you mad. But keep going. Keep passing as if the receiver were the best version of himself. Keep creating chances so clean they have to finish them. If only not to let you down. That's how you'll change this team, not by shouting. Not by wearing the armband. But by playing true to your nature. At Leverkusen, you made ordinary players look extraordinary. Now, at Liverpool, you just need a bit more time to do it again. The Premier League isn't kind to anyone, but it respects those who don't give up, and you, Florian Wirtz, belong to that kind. Keep passing. Keep playing to your own rhythm, the one that makes the whole stadium hold its breath. Because one day, that through ball of yours will slice through a defense and the goal will come as naturally as breathing. And then everyone will see, it wasn't Liverpool lifting you up. It was you pulling them back together. Liverpool right now is chaotic, not broken. Just out of sync. Everyone's running, everyone's trying, but no one knows where the beat is. They're like an orchestra missing the conductor. They need someone who can stay calm amid the storm and quietly say, breathe. Maybe that someone has to be you. No big speeches, no grand gestures, just play. One good match, then another. You don't need to score hat tricks or shout instructions. Just keep the rhythm, hold the ball, remind them that there's still order. Every touch, every simple play of yours, gives others confidence. Soon they'll start looking to you, not because you're £100 million signing, but because you make them believe things are still under control. Keep going, Florian Wirtz. One good game will lead to 2, then 3, and soon the whole team will find its direction again. You may not realize it yet, but when a player keeps his calm and confidence like you do, the whole squad learns from him. Liverpool doesn't need a shouting leader right now. They need someone whose first touch tells the whole stadium, everything will be fine. And that, Florian Wirtz, That's something you've always had within you.